All new tonight, a story you will see only on 10 TV. We all know looking for childcare is difficult, and parents need to weigh factors like affordability and location.
But let's say you found what seems like the perfect place, and if a child died there, would you want to know? 10 Investigates' Rochelle Aline found Ohio doesn't track or publicly report child deaths at every type of daycare. Tonight, Rochelle is sitting down with an expert to understand why.
In July of 2025,
he was perfect.
The Slatkoffs say they thought they'd found the perfect childcare solution for their second child, Smith.
We thought we found a diamond in the rough.
At just 4 months old, he was too young to go to his sister's daycare, but they say teachers there referred them to a woman who watched many of their babies at her Delaware County home. And the Slatkoffs say everything was going great until Kelly got a call in early September.
And she was just frantic. It was hard to even really understand what had happened. She just said, "He's going to the hospital."
There, they learned that 6-month-old Smith suffered a brain injury. He died 2 days later. According to the Slatkoffs, a medical examiner listed his death as undetermined.
She had put him in the basement where the toddlers slept, and their pack and plays had blankets and pillows. And unfortunately, I think how she would have sat him in there made it easy for him to roll to his side and not easy to roll back.
The Slatkoffs say they don't know how long Smith was down there, and the case was eventually handed over to Child Protective Services in Delaware County.
They let us know, I think it was in October, that she was found with a substantiated charge of child neglect. And what our concern was, well, what does that mean?
We're not saying the woman's name because at this point she hasn't been charged with a crime. And the Slatkoffs say that was their first shock. And the second shock? That came when they realized that parents searching state daycare records would never see this case because the woman wasn't licensed. We sat down with childcare expert Dr. Catherine Glenn Applegate to understand why.
If you're caring for fewer than 6 children within your home, there is no requirement in the state of Ohio to have a license. When you're not licensed, you're not in a database, there's no set checks and balances in that regard.
And here's why Dr. Glenn Applegate says it's tricky to police these kind of childcare providers who fall under that definition.
I think it's a really hard line because when is it, if you might have a grandma taking care of their grandkids. Is that acceptable? What if she takes on the child who lives next door too? Is that acceptable?
She added that they can be a helpful and safe childcare option for many families. The question the Slatkoffs have now is why there isn't a way for the public to track any CPS records attached to their care.
What does justice look like to you both in this case?
I think justice for Smith is really accountability. We really want to see some sort of change, especially around CPS and the access to these records.
It's a question I have also asked to the State Department of Children and Youth, and I'll have their full answer on our website, 10tv.com. In the meantime, if you're looking for licensed childcare or if you're a provider in need of training, you can also find those resources through Action for Children on our website as well. Reporting for 10TV, I'm Rochelle Aline.